Love Your Life.
Love your life.
Love Your Life, a show like no other, one that aims to inspire you to live a life you love. Choosing to be positive and having a grateful attitude is going to determine how you're going to live your life.
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love your day.
Love your day.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Love Your Life, prepared and presented by Sayyida Mayya Al Said.
Love your life.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings be upon you all. And welcome to yet another episode of Love Your Life on your nation station. This is your host, Mayya Al Said, also known as the Sewist. Now, if you've never tuned in to any of my episodes on this show, then I'm sorry to say you've missed a lot. But good news, it's up on YouTube, my YouTube channel, The Sewist, and you can listen to all the past audios of this show. This show is a live show from 2:30 right up until 3:30. You're more than welcome to join me on the discussion of the show. And you can do so by calling 24 60 20 58, 24 60 20 58. But please only call me when it is safe to do so. So today's topic, what are we going to discuss? Who am I going to inspire? Inshallah, we plan on talking about how to take action to create your life. Now, if you've been a listener on the show, then you know that I try to build on each time on an episode that I've done previously. So, you know, we all have that one thing that we want to do in our life. But for some of us, we never get to do it because we seem to be stuck. And in order to take action in your life, you need to change your life and the way you think. And in order to do that, just to let you know that the previous episodes, we talked about Believe in Yourself, which is episode 4, for anyone who wants to listen to that. We talked about how it is important to face your fears in order to do that change that you want in your life. And that I talked about in episode 5. And how to be an inspiration, to find the motivation in yourself to inspire others and be inspired by those around you. And on that topic, I had Ma'tal Masharji, which was episode 8. And finally, yesterday's topic, importance of self-development, again with Ma'tal Masharji. We talked about how it is important that you should look into yourself to see what you can change in yourself to be the best version you can be. So, today we're going to focus on taking action to create the life you want to live. Nobody else but you. But we do know that this is a choice you have to make. Because, let's be honest, if you do nothing, nothing will change. Do you agree? If you do nothing, nothing will change. Call me. This is your host, Mayya Al Said. Please join me and let me know your thoughts by calling 24 60 20 58, 24 60 20 58. And with me in the studio today is Ayoub Al Busaidi, who will gladly transfer the calls. I simply remind you that only call me when it is safe to do so. I don't want you risking your life nor the life of others around you. So as we said, most of us, I would love to think that most of us have goals to reach. Or there's something that we're not happy with in our life. It can be about anything, your job, for example, taking care of your health, starting a habit, you want to stop old habits, anything that you want to change, no matter how big or how small, the decision is yours. But then you never get to take action. All you want, you hear yourself saying it to others, you hear yourself saying it to yourself, but what are you doing about it? And why aren't you changing yourself? What is stopping you? I think if we were to rate any, any point as to, or anything that would stop one of us doing it, I know I've faced this, is procrastination. Procrastination is, maybe you didn't know it had a name, but it's, when you want to do something, you have to do it, but you will do everything else but exactly what you need to do. So you're putting off doing an important task by doing, silly or not silly, you can say tasks that are not as important. You're just putting it off. So that's called procrastination. And I put my hand up. I am one to fall into that trap. And the way to overcome this is simple, because anything that we're faced with, we can always overcome. Remember, it's always about the way you think. So how to overcome this procrastination, how to get things done, how to stop doing everything that we're not supposed to do and focus on what needs to be done. First thing is to recognize that you are actually procrastinating. You are a procrastinator. And, you have to admit, okay, I am, going round and round doing other things and not doing what I'm supposed to do. So you recognize that you are actually doing it. And then find out why. Why are you delaying doing it? It can be because it's boring. Or something you really don't feel like doing. Or another reason can be that you're disorganized, that you know that you need to do it, but you can't seem to get, things ready to do this because you're disorganized, papers everywhere, you're not managing your time. So there are many reasons that you can be disorganized in. And the other thing is you can feel overwhelmed by this task. You think, oh, it's such a big thing. I've never done this before. I really don't know if I can do it. You start self-doubting yourself, thinking because I have to do this a certain way, X and Y and Z have done it this way. And so all of these negative thoughts are stopping you from actually doing it. And if you're a perfectionist, another thing that I tend to be, and I'm trying to change because it's really stopping me from doing a lot of things. I'm the type that says, okay, I won't do this until it is perfect. But as you know, I've said it so many times, and it's a reminder to myself as well as to you, there's nothing perfect in life. If you want everything to be perfect, you are kind of limiting yourself, your abilities. You might be stopping opportunities because you're not willing to give it a try. So if you're a perfectionist, try and just do things, you learn on the way like we all do. Or you have, you're not able, the other reason why you might not be able to do things or you're procrastinating is because you don't have the confidence in taking the decisions. And maybe it's because you have lack of resources or whatever it is, but you're just not sure of yourself on how to actually do this. And you know what? There's no harm in asking. Just a reminder that this is your show, Love Your Life. This is your host, Mayya Al Said. Today we're discussing Take Action to Create Your Life. Let me know your thoughts by calling 2460 2058, 2460 2058, and Ayub, Mr. Smiley Face, will gladly transfer the calls over to me. So we're now talking about that we want to do something in our life, but we never do it. We're all talk, but no action. And one of the reasons that I mentioned that we were talking about was procrastination. Procrastination is stopping you, you're doing everything else but what you need to do. So you can delay it, and it's no use anyway, because from today it gets delayed to tomorrow, to the day after tomorrow. Then you find yourself, it's been 6 months and you still haven't done what you're supposed to do, which is really a shame and a waste of time and of your abilities, because you could have done so much if you've just done that instead of finding ways why you shouldn't do it. Another thing is, how can we adopt this anti-procrastination strategy? Because as I said, there are always ways to overcome it. First of all, you need to be motivated to want to reach, okay, this is a task I have to do, but if I do this, I will get to the goal that I'm trying to reach. So unfortunately, this procrastination, this word is going to be a tongue twist. I won't be able to say this word by the end of this episode. It's a habit. It's because we've gotten into this habit of delaying whatever we need to do. And it's going to take time to break. We've been doing it every day. So a habit is very hard to break, but you can do so. It can be done by changing the way you think and by being consistent, because that's what it took to create a habit. So guess what? That's what it's going to take to break a habit. And another way that you can motivate yourself to stop procrastinating is set rewards for yourself. Say, okay, if I get this done, then I am, going to treat myself to a manicure, pedicure, or something like that. Just try and reward yourself for doing something, for achieving that task or getting that task ticked off. Or another way you can have somebody pressure you, like a kind of follow-up, so peer pressure. If it's at work, probably you have your boss saying, okay, I asked you to do this. Have you done it? Can you please update me as on the progress of it? So that's one example. Another example is, okay, if it's something, for example, working out. If you're alone, and you say, okay, yes, I'm going to work out today. But how about you ask, for example, a friend of yours, even if it'll be ideal if they join you, so you two are accountable for each other. But if you are not able to find somebody, ask somebody to just check on you. Say, look, I really need somebody to push me, and would you mind just, following up with me and seeing if I've done it? It's not always a good strategy, but it depends on the type of person you are. Just a reminder that this is a live show. Today we're discussing how to take action to create the life you want, because you know what I'm going to say. The choice is yours. And we will take a short break and we will be back in a moment. Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life.
If you've just joined us, welcome back to Your Nation Station. This is your program, Love Your Life, and this is your host, Mayya Al Said, also known as the Sewist on social media. Just a reminder that this is a live show. You're more than welcome to call me on 2460 2058, 2460 2058. This show starts at 2:30 right up until 3:30, and there's a repeat of it at 10 past midnight, I believe, on Oman FM. If you would love to listen to any of my past audios, which I hope you do, you can refer to them and listen to them on my YouTube channel, The Sewist. So today the topic I've been discussing with you is take action to create your life. Now, as I've said at the earlier part of the show, that we all seem to want to do something. We have goals that we want to achieve in our life, and they can be as small as, I don't know, if you want to stop smoking, or as big as I want to quit my job or something like that. Anything, any decision that you want to do in your life, you have to take action. And one of the reasons that might stop you from doing that is procrastination, something I mentioned before the break. It's, when you want to do something, but you end up doing everything else except what you want to do, which can be a really bad habit. And I've talked about ways to overcome it as well. And one of the things that I forgot to mention is, when we're overcoming it, realize that what are the consequences that you are going to face if whatever task you are delaying to do doesn't get done. It's all depends on you. But if you think about how bad or it will be if you don't do it, then it might push you to get things done. Another reason of stopping you to take action of your life is fear of failure. If you fear failure, then you're really taking away the beauty of life. I know you're thinking, Maya, what are you talking about? The thing is, if you are fearing of failing, then you are not living your life to your fullest potential, because you always fear that you will fail. But we are humans, we are bound to make mistakes, but the beauty of making mistakes is that we learn from them. So we shouldn't feel that we're defined by any mistake that we have made. The mistake, if we continue doing the same mistake, it seems like, something is wrong, and we don't seem to be learning anything. So failure means you are trying. So don't let that stop you. Let it push you. Don't make it feel like if I failed at this goal, then I won't be able to continue, then I should stop. And we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, ma'am. Yeah, my name is Santana. I have something to say about this program.
Yes, please do so.
Yeah, because I would like, first of all, I have to say thanks for your previous topic is what you have, right?
Focus on what you have.
Yeah, that is very nice. Really, I'm very impressed, and now only I realize what I have. Exactly.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I'm very happy to say this.
Yes.
Also, you know that today, the Love Your Life, this program also, I would like to say that self-discipline is very important, ma'am. If you want to change something, no one can change yourself.
Yes.
If you want to change yourself, you are the only going to willing. If you will, only you can do.
True.
Even if you, just now you told that even smoking or drinking, whatever.
Yes.
If you willing, if you wish, only you can stop that, anything. There is no medicine for outside. Someone said if you want to stop smoking, you have some alternative, this thing. That is not worth, I think, because I already tried that also, that's what I'm telling. Even that if you are drinking, that stopping alcohol also, if your mindset it is not required for you,
yes,
then only you can stop.
True.
I think we don't have any option. There is no medicine for nothing. It is all from your mind.
It's true.
What you want to, that is why I want to say these small things to you, ma'am. Just share with you, that's it.
Thank you so much.
It's my personal opinion, ma'am.
Thank you very much for sharing. I value your contribution. Thank you very much for your call.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Just a reminder that you're more than welcome to join in, just as my last caller did, by calling 24 60 20 58, 24 60 2058. This is Love Your Life. I am Mayya Al Said, and today we're talking about take action to create your life. And just as my last caller mentioned, and something I've said, I keep saying nearly in every episode, is that it is your choice, because at the end of the day, it is your life. And if you feel that something needs to change, you will change. And if somebody comments that, flan or whatever, you need to change your life, and if you don't feel that it's something that you want to do, guess what? You won't do it. But many of us as well have certain goals in our life that we want to do, but we don't do it. It can be because we, for some reason think that maybe we might not be good enough. We think of other things to do than what we need to do. As well, I was mentioning before the call, fear of failure. And here's something I want you to think about. You all know Thomas Edison, the one who created the light bulb and many other inventions. Can you think for a moment, if Thomas Edison had given up, and had stopped trying, say after, he failed 1,000 times or something like that, or even more. So can you imagine if he had given up after, say, 500, even 500, I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot. So if he had given up, we would not have the light bulb. So, and a quote that he said is, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So keep that in mind, that you can't limit yourself and, give up just because you failed, because that means that was not the way to do it. But there are still so many other ways that you can explore. And what might work for somebody might not work for you. And guess what? Again, that is okay, because we're so different. In this life, we all have different personalities, different way of thinking, different bodies. So we are all different, and that is the beauty of us. So please don't give up on yourself just because you failed. And one thing that I'd love to say is dreams can come true. But you know what? Dreams need action. And if you change nothing, nothing will change. Just a reminder that this is a live show. You're more than welcome to call me on the discussion of today's topic, which is take action to create your life. You can do so by calling me on 2460 2058. 2460 2058. Please call me only when it is safe to do so. Cherish your life and the life of those around you. So, I always like to share a bit of my journey with you, because I feel that's how you can relate. Sometimes people, it's all nice to quote different people, but many of you might thinking, but I can't do that. Why? I'm not them. First of all, before I even go anywhere, if you seem to think that of yourself, then you need to change the way you think. Like most of the message I try to push on my episodes is that you are able to do anything that you want to do. You set your own limits in your mind. And once you have to overcome that, you will realize the vast opportunities that you have in front of you. But as always, change begins with you. I believe that Mayya Al Said, I took action to change my life. I believed in myself. I believed in the possibilities. I could envision myself. Subhanallah, I could envision myself being here. The process for me to actually have my own radio show took nearly, I would like to say, 1.5 to 2 years, subhanallah. But I didn't give up. Why would I give up? What's stopping me? Except myself and my own limitations. And, I was prepared to fail mentally, physically. I thought, what? I am going to try. And if for whatever reason I face some hurdles, or I have to stop doing this for a moment in time, I can stop doing it for a moment in time, but I'm not going to give up the idea totally, because this is something I've always wanted to do. I saw myself here, and subhanallah, it's 2 years down the line, and you're listening to me on the radio. So it can be done, but you need to have patience, you need to believe in yourself, and you need to start taking action and not just talk the whole time. You have to take action to create change, because it won't just happen by talking. Because if it was that easy, many people would change their lives. Just a reminder that this is a live show. You're more than welcome to join me on the discussion for today, which is take action to create the life that you want and you deserve. And you can do so by calling 2460 2058, 2460 2058. I shared my journey of having my own radio show. And also yesterday, if you were tuned in, I talked about how I quit my job and started doing something that I love, which is I'm now a life coach at Whispers of Serenity. So this is something I've always wanted to do, because I realized that I am happy when I'm helping people. Subhanallah. And it can be by and it all started out actually by my sewing channel, my YouTube channel. And I never saw myself when I started that channel, I think it was 2009, that I would have so many followers and impact people, alhamdulillah, the way I do today. But I took that step and things opened up along the way. And I believe we have a caller. We don't have a caller. Ayub, what is this? Okay. So as I said, I did not see myself being here today in 2009. I saw myself 2 years later, 2 years ago. But, you can't limit your opportunities. Do we have a caller now, Ayub? We still don't? Okay. Just a reminder that you can call me on 2460 2058, 2460 2058. Ayub keeps picking up the phone. I think we have a caller, then we don't have a caller, then he does it again. So that's why, hence the confusion. So I'm just explaining what's happening here in the studio today. But do call me. Let me know. Do you have a dream? What's holding you back? Is it your own limitation? Is it an external factor? Whatever it is, you have to know that you are able to overcome it. You just have to take action. Now, I realize that this message of changing your life might not be for everyone, with all due respect, because there are some people who are happy living the life that they are living, but there's some others who want to do something else, want to change, and it can be anything. As I said, it's not specified to one area of your life. It can be in your relationships, in the way you treat people, in the way people treat you, in your job, in your... we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Ashwaq, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for joining me on the show today. Let me know what your thoughts are today.
You're welcome. My thought here is just that when someone has a dream, I think the most, like, the biggest hurdle or عائق مثل ما يقولوا is like the society. People are so afraid of the society and what the society is going to think if they have a dream and they would like to pursue it.
Okay.
It's like our parents, they set so many big dreams. Like they want us to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer. And other people, they have different dreams. Like for you quit your job and you said you became a life coach.
Yes.
If someone else said that they want to be a life coach in front of their parents, they'd be like, what future would you have in doing this?
Yes.
You know, I think the society has a big impact on people when they want to achieve a dream that they have.
I totally agree, but when society can be broken down. They're first the people who matter to you the most, and the people who you will need their support in their futures. For example, your parents are key people in one's decision making. And with me, when it happened, the exact reaction that you would assume is the exact reaction my mother gave me. But I, because I believe in myself and in my dream so much, I was able to convince her. And now she couldn't be any prouder for me taking that decision and being who I am.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. But some people are like, they concentrate on the society more. Like they care about what the society is going to say more than what their family or other people would say. I think people should focus on themselves and not the society. Because after all, like, people are going to talk at the end. Mm-hmm. So you should not care about what others might think when you want to follow your dream. And you should only think about what you would like to achieve for yourself. At the end, this thing would make you happy.
True.
This is the thing that you want to do. So just go for it and do it. Even if you fail, once you fall out of the horseback, you get right back on it. Yes. So just keep trying, I would like to say. That's it.
Thank you so much, Ashwaq. But just to add on for welcome. Society, we can't please society. Because society is so vast. And when we come to think of it, who are the society? We seem to think the society, but who are these people that we seem to want to please? First of all, we don't really know who they are, but yet we stop doing what we want to do because we're scared of what they're going to say. But who are they? Anyway, thank you. I'm sorry, Ashwaq, that I might have, continued on your time. But just to clarify that point, who are these people that we're so afraid of disappointing? We need to make them clear. We know that, okay, they're our parents, maybe our friends, and the other rest of the people out there, they can be the whole wide world. How am I going to please these people? For me, I always say, my compass is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's the one I aim to please above all. Then comes my family and my parents, and the people that are close to me, that I know that I will need their support in. Those are the people, not really that I try to please, but I try for them to understand what I want to do in my life, and whatever it is. So thank you so much, Ashwaq, for highlighting that for us today. Just a reminder that you are more than welcome to join me on the show, just like Ashwaq did, by calling 2460 2058, 2460 2058. This is me, Mayya Al Said, on your program, Love Your Life. I don't know, Ayub, should we take a short break? Okay, we'll come back right after the break. Don't go anywhere. Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Welcome back to your nation station. This is your host, Mayya Al Said, on your show, Love Your Life. Today, we're discussing how to take action to create the life you want. The decision is always yours. And I believe we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Dr. Mukhtar, how are you?
Mayya Al Said, I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. So you've been listening in, I'm sure, as always. Thank you so much for your support. But I'm really...
Today, I did a bit of experiment. And I congratulate you that your audience, they have started thinking like you think.
Really? Alhamdulillah.
Actually, I wanted to quote two things today in your show that you already have mentioned. So I waited to call you just to see if you will mention or not.
Okay. Oh, so you were testing me, to see. That, really. I've done it. Okay, alhamdulillah.
Yeah. The first was the example of the great Thomas Edison, who invented the tungsten bulb.
Yeah. But was it 1,000 times that he tried or 10,000 times? Because his quote says 10,000, but I seem to remember it was 1,000
times, some say 10,000
But can you imagine, Dr. Mukhtar, trying something for even 500 times, not 1,000 times? That's so...
And exactly. And the best part was when the media personnel, he asked him that why you are wasting the time of your people and yourself. And he replied and he bashed him, saying that I have found 1,000 ways in which this thing cannot be done. So I am 1,000 steps closer.
Yes, subhanAllah. It's all in the way you think, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. So the second thing I wanted to mention was the fear of failure that you already have mentioned. This I'll add one point. When I was doing my internship in medicine, one of our professor, he used to say a very famous sentence of him. He used to say that not failure, but low aim is crime.
Come again, what do you mean?
Not failure, but low aim is crime.
Low aim, so aiming low.
So it means that when you are thinking that you will fail, that is not actually a crime, but you are thinking low, below your capacity, that is a crime.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So the next thing I want to say, yesterday, one of the callers, she mentioned a big dream of herself that she wanted to be a Nobel Prize winner.
Yes, she's going to be she's going to be famous even before she's a Nobel Prize winner, mashallah.
Exactly, yeah. and the best thing is just see the capacity of a human brain.
Yes.
That somebody is sitting in Oman, she's thinking and she's having a big dream.
Why not?
A big dream. Yeah, definitely. This is the capacity of human brain.
Yes.
Why not one can think of anything he wants or she wants?
Yes.
And but before she has this dream, she has to act. I will add that.
Of course.
According to today's topic.
Yeah.
That if she's not doing actions which will lead her towards her dream, then it's just a mere thought.
It's just
dream.
Words. Words are only meaningful when they turn into actions.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Mukhtar, as always, for your support and your valuable contribution to the show.
Thank you very much for nice shows. And one thing I want to say regarding your social media.
Yes, please.
That you have added one Auntie Joha on your social media. I hope that character will continue. It will not end up like this.
Inshallah. She seems to be very loved by everybody.
Definitely. I really like that idea and really clicked that idea that hopefully she will advise us regarding life coaching.
Inshallah.
And hopefully she will not die soon. She will live long.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Dr. Mukhtar.
Take care, sister.
You too.
Okay. Masalam.
Allah yasalmak. So if you're probably wondering what Dr. Mukhtar is talking about, on Snapchat, I use one of the filters and I create this personality called Auntie Joha. I can't believe he said it on air. But anyway, this is part of who I am and part of just promoting the message in a different way. And I'm so glad that everybody seems to like Auntie Joha. So back to the topic of today. This is your program, Love Your Life. If you've just tuned in, this is Mayya Al Said, and you probably know me as the Sewist on social media. We're talking about how to take action to create a life that you want. Now, we're saying that you have to stop doing other things, just focus on what needs to be done. Sorry, I forgot to say that you're more than welcome to call me to discuss this. And you can do so by calling 2460 2058, 2460 2058. Please call me only when it is safe to do so. I don't want you risking your life or the life of others around you. So the message that I'm saying today is you need to take action to create your life. You need to stop doing the other things that are distracting you from doing the one thing that you want to do. You need to stop being hesitant, unsure, decided, just go for it. We have a caller, you? Okay. We have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you, sister?
I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Zina.
Hi, Zina. Welcome to the show. Let me know what your thoughts.
Well, honestly, I agree that belief, or having a strong belief in Allah, is the compass.
Okay.
Well said.
Thank you.
But on top of that is luck. I'm so strong and a believer that luck does play a very strong role in your life. There are many times that, I'll take it personally myself, that I applied for as a TV presenter back home.
Okay.
And the funny part is that in 1 week I was able to hit 4 top TV channels.
MashaAllah.
Yeah, I was promoting a certain training session.
Okay.
And then when it came up to me, I had an opportunity to present my own TV show. But then I got shut down.
Okay.
So maybe that time I took it too personal. And I did not proceed it further.
Okay.
So it's luck. It's also people believing in you, which takes a lot of courage.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's all an act. You have to play well, you know, depending on the audience that you're surrounded with.
Yes.
But otherwise, I think what you're doing is great. I think what you're spreading is just motivation, encouragement, and especially with the new generation, I believe they need this act and belief.
Yes.
Otherwise, being dependent on others won't get you anywhere.
Thank you so much, Zina, for your contribution. Just to add on, when you say luck, I'd like to think of it, I wouldn't specify luck because I believe we all create our own luck. And what you did was you did an action. So you went and maybe you put forward a proposal. So you took the action because you saw yourself doing this. Hence why you got the opportunity. Another thing I'd like to, which is something I've recently discovered, which is law of attraction. When you think of it, subhanAllah, when you think positively of it, when you envision yourself, it comes to you. بإرادة Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with, Allah's will, of course.
I'm going to seal this down because I want to give time for other people to say, but I totally agree. At the end of the day, no matter how many times you try, if there is no approval from the higher above the subhanAllah, no matter how much you try, you will never get where you want to get. And I strongly believe it. At the end of the day, there's this strong approval, the power above us, that he either smoothens things out for you,
subhanAllah,
or he puts more hurdles and obstacles. So as long as it's for our own positive benefit, inshallah, more is come.
Inshallah. Wishing you all the best, inshallah, Zina. Thank you so much for your call today.
Thank you, dear. Take care.
You're most welcome. Bye.
Bye.
MashaAllah, that's such a beautiful contribution from Zina. Just to reiterate what she said is that, subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a plan for all of us, but we as well need to create our own life. And sometimes when doors are shut, subhanAllah, that's just Allah telling us, hey, this is not the door for you. Try another door. And you keep trying the doors, and these can be the failures that I'm talking about when you say your fear of failure. When you try other doors, then one day a door will open and you think, subhanAllah, this was the door that I was meant to be, because everything will just fit in together. The key is not to give up. Just a reminder that you are more than welcome to join me on the show by calling 2460 2058, 2460 2058. And the topic for today is take action to create your life. I would love to hear your contribution and your thoughts. Please call me only when it is safe to do so. You are valuable to me and to many of those around you, so only call me when it is safe to do so, and don't risk your life or the life of others around you. And we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Sheikh Hatim, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen.
Alhamdulillah.
What an interesting...
Oh, we lost you, Sheikh Hatim. What happened to you?
Oh.
Okay, sorry. We are back now. Can you just repeat what you said? You said what an interesting, and then...
topic. What an interesting topic today. Alhamdulillah.
Glad you are enjoying it.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. I just wanted to say something about the sister who just talked about luck.
Yes.
sometimes we would be working so hard with a clear vision of what we want, and we did all the right things, but it doesn't work out.
Okay.
And you mentioned something very important, which is the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what is best.
Yes.
So I give an example. Since a child, I had a clear vision of what I want to be and where I want to be, and I did all the right things that qualified me to be there. I wanted to be a policeman, to work as a trainer for dogs and horses.
Okay.
I even went and took training for dogs. I applied for ROP, and it didn't work out. I did everything that I can to achieve my goal, but it didn't work out. But today I understand why it didn't work out.
And you understand how your life now is just, subhanAllah, it's just you. It's just, this is what you were meant to be doing, this right now.
Yes. And I love myself the way I am today, more than being a trainer of dogs and horses. For sure.
we would have missed out on so much knowledge, on so much, on Islam, on everything, if it wasn't for being here. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala meant for you to be here because you had a purpose.
And subhanallah, the period where I prepared myself to be a trainer, as a dog trainer, I learned a lot of skills that helped me in today's work that I'm doing.
So
that experience did not go out of the window.
Yes.
It actually it helped me. It taught me patience. It taught me how to communicate and other things.
So subhanallah, maybe
even if something doesn't work out, it doesn't mean it's a failure. It means that maybe there's something better for you out there.
And mashallah, because you have that positive way of thinking, you realize that, okay, maybe you were supposed to go down that road of, applying for all this, ROP and stuff like that, to learn the skills that you would need to do what you do now. So it always depends on the way you think and, you look at circumstances in your life.
And I will not lie, Mayya, saying that I was not upset at those days when I did not get the job. I was upset. But today I'm very happy I did not get the job.
Yes, so are we. Jazakallah khair.
Shukran.
Afwan, thank you, Hatim. We have another caller. This is your host, Mayya Al Said, on your show Love Your Life. Today we're talking about how to take action to create your life. We have another caller. Ayub is nodding. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. So you're listening into the show. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm not really listening, but someone told me to call.
Okay, so whoever that is, thank you for allowing her to call. So today's topic is take action to create your life.
Sorry?
Take action to create your life. This is Mayya Al Said.
What do you mean by creating my life?
Sister, okay. You need to, I think, listen to the show, and maybe the person who asked you to call, they need to just tell you what it is about. But basically that it's, your life, you have a choice on how you lead it. And if there's something that you want to do in your life that you're not able to do it, you have the choice to change that. So this is basically what the topic is today. You have any?
If you mean like achieving your ambition or something like that, realizing your dreams.
Yes, it is along those lines.
Okay. Resistance, I think, is one of the most important things you have to be, or you have to have.
All right.
Actually, so you have to be resistant. Of course, there are a lot of, hardship along the way. So you have to overcome these things before, to really achieve what you want.
That's so true. Thank you so much for your contribution. And regards to the little child that's next to you, boy or girl?
It's a boy.
MashaAllah.
This is little Jihad.
Jihad, MashaAllah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sister, for your call.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. So thank you so much for people who are telling other people to call. That means so much. Please call me yourself as well. I'd love to hear from you. And you can do so by calling 2460 2058, 2460 2058. This is your host, Mayya Al Said, on your show, Love Your Life, on your nation station. So moving on the topic of take action for your life, the only way your dream can become a reality, no matter what that dream is, as I specified, it is not focused on a certain area of your life. It is what you have to take action to do it. So the only way it can become reality is that if you decide to take an action. Once you take the action, you ultimately get to change your life. We have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. My dear listener, if you can just dear brother, if you can just reduce the radio, please, because we can hear the echo, and if you can just listen to me from your phone.
Hello?
Yeah, much better. Okay, not so good. Please call me again. We seem to have lost the line. Just a reminder, when you do call me, please just listen to me through the radio, because then we get an echo when you come online and I hear myself, which is not so nice. So, as I was saying, that you need to, in order to take action of your life, or in order to achieve your dream or whatever it may be, you need to take action for your life. And one might think, but I don't really know what to do. I know what I want to do, but I don't really know how to do it. And the thing that you need to realize is you just need to take the first step. Oftentimes, the hardest thing is to actually start. But once you get started, there is no stopping you, because it just comes, opportunities open up just because you have decided, I am going to change, and the change begins today. Just a reminder that you're more than welcome to call me on 2460 2058, 2460 2058. Times will get tough. You might doubt your decision. Sometimes along the line, you're thinking, why did I really do this? Because it's not going to be easy. That's the thing. To achieve success, to achieve your dreams, it's not going to be an easy road. Because if it was, we wouldn't be having this conversation, or I wouldn't be talking about it on this episode today. And we have a caller. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Sorry to call you again.
Not at all. You are more than welcome to call me.
Actually, a quick question came into my mind, and then I thought, why not to call again and to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, regarding procrastination, which is the delaying your actions.
Yes.
What is your own thoughts on this, that if we delay our actions depending on our preparation, if we think that we are not well prepared for something, for any task, for any exam or any endeavor in life.
So you just said...
What do you think? Can we delay that, or we should just give it an attempt and then see the result? I would like you to please answer offline. I'll go offline, I'll listen onto the radio.
Okay, but before you go, let me just clarify what you're asking me. You're asking me if you were procrastinating to do a task because of lack of resources, or we're not prepared. So how...
Yeah, not prepared actually, not resources. But for some reason... time management or any reason, we are not well prepared for the task to do.
So you're asking me, if we're not prepared for the task to do, how do we go about it? Do we do it and just, wish for the best?
Exactly.
Or do we...
Should we delay our actions, or we should just do it?
Okay, I will answer. Thank you so much, Dr. Mukhtar.
Okay, take care.
By the way, just a reminder, I'm no expert. This is just me sharing whatever it is that I feel will inspire you, but I will answer Dr. Mukhtar's question. The question is, if we are not prepared for the certain task that we want to do, should we just take it? My answer would be yes. Because, as I said at the beginning, the most important thing is for us to take action. And I would like to give you an example. To take action, even if the paths or the next steps are not clear. If you take example of a car, you're driving at night and you have the headlights on. And it will only give you light for a certain, pathway. You can't see the whole road that you're going to go right through your destination. But as long as you're moving, you see light. And as you keep moving forward, you see more light. So you see more road. You see something that you hadn't seen before. So my answer to your question is definitely a start. The most important thing is for you to take action, for you to start. Because once you start, inshallah, more opportunities will open up, and then you will clarify what next steps are available for you to do to achieve your goal. I hope that answers your question. Just a reminder that you're more than welcome to call me on 2460 2058, 2460 2058. This is Love Your Life on your nation station with your host Mayya Al Said, also known as the Sewist. We have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, brother?
Good, alhamdulillah. I'm on the air? Or
Yes, you are on the air. This is Mayya.
Hi, Maya. How are you? I would just like to add what you have said. I believe in person, you have to believe your values. And you have to understand your thoughts. You have to understand what your strengths of and your weaknesses, and you try to build on them.
Okay.
Before even starting taking anything.
All right.
That's my thoughts.
Okay. So are you referring to the question I just answered? That you're telling me that no, one needs to be prepared and know their, for example, strengths and weaknesses before they... I
guess you should understand your weaknesses and strengths. Build your strengths and improve your weaknesses.
But we can
and
find...
based on that, you can move forward with your life.
True, but
with any challenges in life. That's what I believe on, and I totally agree on that.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. So I like that we have difference of opinions or views on life, which is, again, this is what makes this program a good program, and I hope that it inspires you. We are all in this together, but we are all different in the way we think, and that is our beauty. And we have a caller. Salam alaikum. Hello, salam alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Miss May. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
All well, Miss May. How are you doing today?
I'm well, alhamdulillah. What are your thoughts on today's topic, to take action to create your life?
Okay. Other than the thoughts that I have, I think, this Sheikh Khatam always calls you on your show. You should call him when he's, online.
I do call him on his show. When I can catch him online and I feel I have something valuable to contribute, I support.
Right. Because I've always heard him, call in when you're on air.
Yes, mashallah.
Okay, and I listen to your, program every day.
Thank you so much.
And every day you come up with something useful,
Alhamdulillah.
And interesting. Today I've just tuned in a little late, and I know what's the discussion that's gone on. Okay. I've listened a few, and what I would like to say is, I have a story when I knew a guy here, in Muscat itself. He was a Syrian refugee, and he had around 6 mouths to feed.
Okay.
But the trust he had in Allah was, he used to just say Allah Kareem,
Yes.
And leave everything to Allah.
Subhanallah.
And he worked his way, and today, he is able to, fend for his family and for himself. So, and people talking about weaknesses and strength that one should know. But I would like to contribute by saying there's a very beautiful poem.
Okay.
That goes by If. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I haven't.
Yeah. So it's like, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing days and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, and make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired of waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look to good, nor talk to wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with crime and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stood and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss.
MashaAllah.
If you can force your heart and nerve and swine, and to serve your turn, I've forgotten, to serve your turn long after they are gone.
Okay.
And so hold on to when there is nothing in you, except the will which says to them, hold on.
I'm sorry, I will have to interrupt. It seems to be a very beautiful poem and a very long one. If you can just tell me...
a little one, which is, I really like this. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, not lose the common touch, Then it says, if you do all of this, which is more, you'll be a man, It's like being a complete man or a woman in itself.
Yes.
So it's a very beautiful verse,
Thank you very much for your contribution as well. I appreciate your call. You said that Hatim is a regular caller, but so are you. So thank you so much for your contribution.
Have a nice day.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Ma salama. So with that, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back to your nation station. This is your host Mayya Al Said on your program Love Your Life. I only have a couple of more minutes left. We're discussing today Take Action to Create Your Life. I've had great contributions for many of you. You can still call me if you do so right now by calling me on 2460 2058 2460 2058. The most important part, and I don't have much time to say, is in order for us to take action, many might be thinking, okay, Mayya, I do want to take action, but how do I go about it? First of all, you have to have clarity. What do you want to do? Where is the purpose in this? And then you have to think, okay, this is where I am now, and this is where I want to be. But then how do I get from A to B? And you have to brainstorm and think, okay, in order for me to do this, I need to take this action, that action, this action, and so forth. And then you have to prioritize on what needs to be done in order to take that action. The thing is, you need to move. You need to take action. Stop saying that you're going to do it and just do it. And some might, like one caller said that, we need to know our strengths and our weaknesses before we start taking action and moving forward. But also, I want to remind you that sometimes life is a beautiful road. And if you're just stuck trying to think, okay, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Sometimes you just need to walk a bit, see what's around. Oh, I really like that. I'll try this. Or this. Once you know what you like and what you want to do, you just have to stay focused and on that road. Know that you'll get humps and bumps. And okay, we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you, sister?
Oman FM?
Yes, this is Mayya Al Said. You're live on Love Your Life.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
The Arabic comes out in us.
Haifa Zajali.
Hi, Haifa.
Okay, now became Dr. Haifa after a lot of things happened in my life.
Okay.
So many people said, as people say, always, you cannot do it.
Yes.
You just cannot do it, and I went ahead and did it.
Very well. This would have been a beautiful addition in believe in yourself.
Alhamdulillah, yes, it was a really long journey, but alhamdulillah, I have achieved everything I wanted.
MashaAllah, and that is because you took action.
Alhamdulillah, I took that step, and blindly I didn't know what to do, and hearing people's noises and everything, but I will do it.
Excellent. And I'm so glad you are now Dr. Haifa.
Yeah, I have gone to India to stay in a village in a very
remote,
simple life, but I did it, alhamdulillah, yes.
Alhamdulillah, and I can tell by you talking to me, you're very proud of yourself because I can sense you're smiling while you're talking to me, and
yes, alhamdulillah, from my bottom of my heart.
Yes, mashallah. I don't know you, but I'm very proud of you, and thank you so much for contributing on the show today.
Thank you, dear.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this show with your comments, with your achievements. Yes, I don't know many of you, but I somehow feel connected to you, and I'm just so privileged and have the honor to get to know you guys, even just by your voices. So I'm going to end this sadly. I have so much I could still talk about, but time is not on our side. But I just want to remind you all that at the end of the day, this is your life. You need to make a priority. You need to put yourself a priority in your life. Nothing will change if you don't change. If you stay the same, then nothing will change. So you do realize that you have the power to change. The distance between dreams and reality is called action. And with that, I'd like to end the show. Jazakumullah khair for calling me and for your contribution. From Ayub, from myself. Oh, forgot to say, I always forget. Tomorrow's I'm not in tomorrow. I'm back on Saturday afternoon, inshallah, from 2:30 to 3:30. The topic will be Happiness is a Choice. From Ayub and from myself from Oman FM. Ma'a salama. Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life. A show like no other. One that aims to inspire you to live a life you love. Choosing to be positive and having a grateful attitude is going to determine how you're going to live your life.
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love your day.
Love your day.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Love your life.
Love Your Life, prepared and presented by Sayyida Mayya Al Said.
Love your life.